Okay, and with flux, both sides of the joint. Okay, so to this point we've used hard solder on everything, but to make the bond we're going to use easy. And you should have some easy solder.
Yeah, I've got all three in that little.
Just for comparison, can you see the difference in the color?
Yes.
The lighter is the harder. This is the easy.
The lighter is harder?
Yep, the lighter color is harder. Yep, and this is soft. Easy flow. So we'll cut some good sized chips. Take a flat jaw pliers and squish it all flat again. And the world's best solder snips. And we'll just put them on our filing block where we can find them, including the one that fell on the bench. And that should be enough.
My damn battery's fucking dead again. Close to it. Well, let's see how far it'll go.
Yeah. Well, I'll just do this real quick. Okay, we're laying out our solder chips. We're going to use poker soldering technique for this. And I'm putting a little bit of flux on the chips. Okay, we've already fluxed the ring, and the last step would be to put a little fire coat on it. Now there is such thing as too much fire coat or too much flux.
Yeah.
And what will happen then is if you watch this little piece of solder turns into a ball. And then what will happen is instead of it flowing, it just
sits on the surface.
Just sits on the surface of the flux. So I'm just balling them up and setting them around the edge. I guess we need a couple more. Now, if you're quick about it, you can do this without having to stop and clean it all up and pickle it. So you just keep it hot.
Yeah.
Not so hot that you burn your flux away, but hot enough to keep the flux kind of like a goo. A gel, I guess would be an appropriate description. Otherwise, if you reheat flux, what'll happen is it'll shrink up and ball up, and that's no good. So I'm going to hold it at a little bit of an angle like this to keep the soldering block from acting as a heat sink. Okay, that flowed all the way around that side. More than I thought. And it's plenty hot. Now we get flux on all our little solder chips. You don't need a whole lot. Now what makes the little balls pick up with your poker is not that you soldered it to the poker, it's just sticking to the flux that you've melted and coats the end of the poker. So the flux is acting like an adhesive and it picks them little balls up. You always keep your torch moving. And with a little luck we'll be able to see a nice shiny line.
Yep.
Alright, now we'll tip it over again and we'll see if we get a nice shiny line over here. And yeah, lo and behold, we do. And we use a shiny hard plate because this one's go full of dings and dents. When you find the, you know,
The one that'll fit.
yeah, the smallest hole that'll fit. Excuse me. Then you center it in that hole. And you put your punch in place. Usually 3 whacks is enough. Okay.